So the last stock to tick $1 trillion was Tesla in November of 2021. And really, we could have said a lot of the same things that we were saying about AI, about autonomous and all this sort of stuff then. And the stock lost 75% of its market value until January of this year, okay? So all of this stuff can happen. These conversations that we're having about this technology, next week, Apple is having their Worldwide Developers Forum. They have been using a thing called Siri that is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning for 10 freaking years, okay? So these are investments that they've been making. There's a product that a lot of people think sucks, okay? And if you're telling me that this H100 chip that Jensen Huang is telling everybody is going to need to have is going to make it finally good, well, then I'm taking the over on that because we've been using it for 10 years and it stinks, okay? They've been buying the most advanced chips for 10 years. They've been developing the most advanced chips for years using their own R&D budgets to do that. I think Microsoft's been doing this. Google's been doing this. Amazon's been doing this.
I agree.
Tesla's been doing this. Okay, so my point is
Meta's been doing it.
Meta's been doing this.
In fact, Meta is probably as better positioned as any of these companies, and especially when you add in their reels and some of the things.
Yeah. Do you remember November of 2021 when what's his name, Zuckerberg, renamed the company the Metaverse, and this was going to be the next thing, and it almost was $1 trillion market cap company, and then it lost 80% of its market value.
Because he doesn't have to talk about the Metaverse right
so all I'm saying is, how about it, people? Go buy your Nvidia right here at $1 trillion market cap. If this ends up being a 1 or 2 quarter phenomenon, because every major company and every small crappy company has to do this, and then they realize that they overspend and the opportunity to commercialize it is not here, and then they pull back like the metaverse spending, or they pull back like Web3, or they pull back like crypto. Okay, we've seen all of this in the last 5 years.
I do see a scenario in which
it's different. Tell me why it's different.
No.
Okay.
I was going to actually acknowledge that there might be a scenario here where companies are going to front load some of their spend on this, and so the comps will get more difficult a year out. But that's a year out.
Sure.
And the momentum
so the market
here.
discounts the future.
I just think I'd like to bring it back to the market, which to me, we're looking at it in phases and in sequence of where we thought the market was going to go in the face of very difficult macro, and whether it's recession, whether it's at least the Fed's 500 basis points, maybe another 25, the market's pricing in higher rates. None of this is good for equities. I think I'm looking at the market that I'm being given here, and it's telling me triple Qs are going higher. And if Qs are going higher, S&P is going to hit 4350. And it's not because I think that the world's become, a safe place. I think there's a lot of risks out there that are underappreciated. But I also think that you look at how short professional community is on S&Ps. You have record shorts on an S&P E-minis. You have some concern on sentiment. You certainly have people that are more in cash, I think, in the professional community than the retail community. That, to me, is the kind of stuff that when people are expecting this headwind, takes the markets higher. It's not going higher forever. I'm just saying I see the market that's in front of me, and I see the Qs and semis are outperforming. And until they stop, the entire market gets taken higher.
That S&P short number is a fugazi. Okay, what did we hear? We heard Tepper, we heard Druckenmiller, we heard Steve Cohen all in the last 2 weeks talk about they're all in on this AI trade, and they're probably short up the wazoo S&P future.
It could be a lot of things. Well, yes, of course you're hedging yourself.
And we're seeing YOLO
I'm talking about CTAs who are directional, and they are as underinvested in S&Ps.
But it's momentum.
Well, that's
so they're long all this crap, and they're short
the momentum is to the upside when they have to buy back.
The momentum in the S&P has not been to the upside. It's been trading in a range for 7 weeks in this really tight range with a really low VIX.
Listen to me. I'm telling you that the market will go higher if semis and Qs go higher.
I would like
and
to
the
ask
technicals are telling me that they're going higher.
Karen, I want to ask you a question. You're bullish Nvidia. You're bullish this spend cycle, and so this is making you bullish the S&P.
Yes,
it does.
Well, just mathematically, it kind of has to, right? If the whole tech sector trades up, then that pulls the S&P. But I do think it's at the expense of a lot of other industries. And so does that, I don't know how to answer that then. Mathematically, yes. But are there other things, probably things that I own that are not going to be particularly well received? Yes. So, a name like United Rental, which I own, which I think is cheap. I like the story. I love the team, all that. I could see that not really trading particularly well. So that's not a great black or white answer to your question, but I think there's sort of a gray.